Howdy, folks. Yeah, I've got a few things I want to bring up right now. This is not a compilation of previous Kiely videos. This is actually some new stuff that I've come across. Well, some of it's new, some of it's not new, but the things that's not new is relevant to what is new. Who's on third? What's on second? I don't know who's on third. But anyway, I want to share a few things with you this morning about Kiely's case. Some really, if you get into it, it's like the more you get into it, the weirder it gets. Have you noticed that? The weirder it gets, the more what a tangled web, three-ring circus, hullabaloo, whatever you want to call it. But I want to start off with this. I asked Google how many people go missing in the U.S. every year. All right, here's what Google said. 600,000 persons. That's over 500,000 people go missing every year. Every year, about 600,000 persons are reported missing in the United States. California tops the list with 2,133 missing persons reported, followed by Florida with 1,252 and Texas with 1,246. These states have the largest populations in the U.S., which may contribute to the higher number of missing person reports, which I am sure that is the case. You know, but I mean, if you broke it down per capita, I still bet you that California would be extremely high because, especially being right on the border with Mexico, and all the trafficking that goes on, yeah, I'm surprised it's only 2,100. Now, the reason I brought this up is because you have 600,000 persons a year that go missing. 600,000. How many of those are underage people? Because you got to figure there's a lot of runaways. There's a ton of runaways every year. You know, underage kids, kids under 18, anywhere from, 12 to 17. There's a ton that are runaways. And a lot of them end up living on the streets of some big city. But for a 16-year-old girl, not what you'd call a real prominent family, not one of the moneyed, super moneyed people over there. For someone like that to go missing, there's just a lot of things that we're going to see here pretty quick. There's just a lot of things that make this very, very unusual. For one thing, a 16-year-old girl in a, fairly small area of California goes missing. How many of them end up in People magazine? You look at this screenshot here. Yeah. They wrote about the whole shebang up to this point. And this is before Kiely was found. Article in People magazine. Kind of unusual, wouldn't you think? For a 16-year-old girl that ended up missing. People magazine got wind of it and wrote an article on it. how many other 16-year-old girls, or anywhere from 13 to 17, teenage girls went missing? Be interesting if you could break it that 600,000 down and see how many fit in that category, because did People magazine do an expose on them? No. No, just really, really weird. Another very, very strange, very, 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 very strange is the number of agencies that were involved in this. I mean, this is just unreal. Okay, take a gander at this. There were 50 FBI agents alone. Look at this poster. Kiely on the most wanted, and not because she was, wanted as a criminal, but was missing and wanting to be found. She made the FBI most wanted list. All right, the person that put her on that most wanted list is the resident FBI supervisor in Sacramento, Forrest Dell. All right, listen to what he had to say here in this clip.
And now we're going to have a brief comment from the FBI. I'd like to introduce Supervisory Senior Resident Agent Forrest Dell.
Good afternoon. The FBI has and continues to take instances where the most vulnerable in our society are victimized, and we are very happy that we're able to come alongside and partner with Placer County Sheriff's Department, Nevada County Sheriff's Department. We've been part of the full investigative team. As of today, we had approximately 50 other agents up here helping run down some of those priority informations and leads that have come through. And we are going to continue to partner with both agencies as we see this through. So thank you for your time.
Okay, and from what I understand, this guy is not buying what the Truckee area is trying to sell. There is some scuttlebutt going around that he's still looking into things. Whether that's true or not, I guess we'll find out. Or whether he gets any results or not, I guess we'll find out. But apparently he's not buying what they're selling. Now, he didn't believe in any way that it was an accident. Now, what's weird is how quickly they got the FBI and all these agencies organized and put into action. Now, notice it says 50 agents. 50 agents. Normally, on especially just the missing persons case where we don't really have any evidence that she was abducted, I have no evidence other than she was at the party. Because I don't know, FBI, my understanding was that them and Nevada County were both shown the footage from Nick, the service driver's vehicle. And, there's the old Jake brake. You can probably hear it. You'll love to run those Jake brakes come down there. But, Nick had provided them with the video footage from the truck. And then later, everybody denied it. So, oh no, there was no footage. It never existed. Well, that right there shows you they're trying to cover something up. But it's their word against Nick's, because even his company turned on him. So you've got, I'm trying to think what my point was now. Start chasing rabbits. And but I know what it was. I'm sorry. I didn't get hardly any sleep last night, so I'm trying to do this. My mind's not working, so cut me some slack. I'm trying to put out some information out here. Now, I want to show you a list. Here's a list. Now, this is put out by Nevada County. Here's a list of all the agencies that were involved in this search. Look at this. I mean, look at all those This is crazy. I mean, you've got the Air National Guard, numerous air resources, Office of Emergency Services. You know, if you want to look at all of them, you can always like pause the video and go through the list, you know. But I mean, the thing is, that is a ton of departments looking for Kiely. And also too, normally other people that I've talked to, I know from my own experience and other people that I've talked to, 99% of the time on something like this, unless there's evidence of it crossing either international or state borders, generally you're not going to get, a lot of times the FBI is not going to get involved, and if they do get involved, you might get 1 or 2 agents at the most. Kiely goes missing, and all of a sudden you've got 50 agents there. You've got Homeland Security, you've got Emergency Services Management, all these agencies involved in a missing girl. Something's up. For one thing, the speed with they got organized. And I may go into this later, but there's some other information that I have that there might have been something else going on, and that Kiely actually ended up missing right around the 1st or 2nd instead of on the 5th. Someone still had her vehicle, had her phone, but she wasn't anywhere around. So just keep that in mind. We'll be going into that. And it's more evidence, actually, once we go into it, it's more evidence that that person in the vehicle was not Kiely. All right, so the TV station in Sacramento, KCRA, took a bunch of video footage of the area. Now, what I want to show you is, as we'll see later, okay, they took the same kind of video that AWP took and that some other people took, amateur photographers took. And my question is, why did KCRA alter the videos? They probably used AI or some video editing technique to alter the videos. What were they trying to hide? All right, let me show you what I mean. Okay, this first picture here, now this is from drone footage. And you can see, I'll put a little arrow right here. This is the area where Kiely's vehicle went into the water. Okay, so that shows you. You notice it juts out a little bit. You've got an inlet that comes there on the right side. And it's not small. It is not small. It's a pretty big inlet. Okay, now, the pictures I'm going to show you now, they're still shots taken by AWP. It shows kind of the topography and what the ground was like and all of that. Now, notice the obvious inlet is down at the bottom of the picture as it comes in. That's pretty hard to miss, right? It is not small. Okay, this next photo, same thing. You know, you can see the inlet down at the bottom of the picture. Okay. Again, it's not hard to miss. Or it's hard to miss. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. Very hard to miss. Okay, here now, this next one's kind of interesting. Because if you watch the video of the recovery, there's some hinky looking stuff going on. You notice you got this group gathered down here, and you got two people in the water down here on the side in the inlet. Okay? This next picture. The gal there, Stephanie Freckberg, was the only female at the recovery. All right, again, you got the people down here on this side. Now, what's interesting, look how far away this next picture shows Doug and Nick Wren. How far away they had to go from the scene. And as I've spoken before, and as a lot of you already know from watching their videos, normally AWP does the recovery, or they're at least there in a, consulting type of role, observing and offering any advice or suggestions, to which most of the law enforcement agencies are very open to. Okay, this next shot. So this is Stephanie Freckberg. Again, she's the one that put her ungloved hands on the steering wheel when they were recovering it. Unbelievable. She was supposed to be the contact person, thing with Kiely's case and all that. Apparently, she went to work for Washoe County. She left Nevada County, went to work for Washoe County, which is Reno. But let me just say this, and some of you are going to get upset with me for saying this, but I don't care, because it's the truth. And I'm not happy about it, and I want people to know this, because I don't like being lied to. If you lie to me, I'm going to call you on it. That's bottom line. I don't like liars. I don't like scammers. I just don't like people who are not honest. Now, Squirrel Girl was not there at the recovery. She never told me she was, but she tried to make it sound like that. But she was not there. She led me to believe that she took the pictures. Well, like I said in another video, she told me that she saw the vehicle and that it stunk, and that she took the pictures. No. I have found out, proven, verified information. She never saw the vehicle. She did not take those pictures. I'm not going to say who gave them to her, but I know who gave them to her. She did not take them. She's never seen the vehicle in person. She does not have the vehicle. I know she let a lot of people, because I've seen people make comments saying, well, Squirrel Girl has the vehicle. No, she doesn't. I know that for a fact. She does not have the vehicle. She's never seen the vehicle in person. She did not take the pictures. She was given the pictures, but she didn't take them. And there was a couple that she posted that she wasn't supposed to post. But anyway, these are proven facts. She's never seen the vehicle. She did not take the pictures. She lied to me. She lied to me. And to be honest with you, I'm upset about that because I thought she was my friend. I thought we had become good friends. But I'm not sure what her end game was. But I feel that she was using me and several others for whatever objective that she had. So I'm at the point right now that I believe it's the same situation as I had with Attorney Amber. Fed me full of a bunch of crap. Now, I know there's some things she told me that I know to be true because I know, I saw them. But all in all, for her to feed me full of crap, make me believe one thing, and then just ghost me, now I'm sorry. I have a completely different opinion of her now. And it's not a good one. And some of you may be upset for me saying all this, but you know what? It needs to be said. If people are going to lie about crap, you need to know that they're lying. You need to know the truth. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know what her deal was. Apparently she had got in the middle of something in the Summer Wells case too and ended up leaving because she ghosted everybody then came back for Kiely's case, got involved with that, then ghosted everybody, turned tail and run every time she starts getting into any conflict. So anyway, I'm just not happy about it at all. Not happy about it. Just not. Why would I be? Why would I be happy? Would you be happy if somebody did that to you and lied to you? And I've defended her this whole time, only to find out she is lying to me? Yeah. No. Because that reflects on me. I genuinely thought, anyway, let's get on to the next thing. I'm just getting pissed. Okay. Now we come to the nitty gritty, let's say, of what I wanted to cover in this. I showed you all the other stuff just to show you this. Because we have to ask the question, why did KCRA edit the footage, alter the footage? All right, now, the following are screenshots taken from KCRA's footage. First one is an aerial shot. You notice it's kind of a tight shot. And I'm not just saying that they're trying to hide anything here, but I don't know. It's a tight shot. It's covered up with their little banner thing. But I think if you watch the whole video, I don't know how much they show the inlet or whatever, or what's going on there. Now, this next picture. Okay, you remember the shot we saw, or actually several shots that we saw. And look at this. Where's the inlet? Okay, this next shot. Again, totally smooth. And then this next one is even, I think, a better. All right, that's not the topography of that area, people. Do you remember the drone footage we saw? Even the closer up footage that AWP took. Where is the inlet? Where'd it go? ¿Dónde está? My question is, what's going on? What's going on over on the right side there? Now compare this with some other footage taken from, it's not the exact same angle, but it's the same area. Now, in the KCRA footage, you should have been able to see the inlet even better. I mean, you can see it here. You can see right at the nose of the car. You can see where it's jetting out, and then you can see where the inlet's going in. All right, this next shot. Again, that's not the same shoreline. The shoreline in the KCRA footage looks nothing like the actual shoreline, the actual topography. All right, then this next picture, taken from even further angle to the left, but you can see over there on the right side, at the edge, edge of the picture, you can see the inlet. And look, from this angle, you should have a harder time seeing it than in the KCRA footage, which is more straight on. All right, now let's go back and look at the KCRA. My picture where I ask, where is the inlet? Yeah. And then the same picture without the graphic or the text on it. Does that even, I mean, you look at that is not the topography. Nothing matches. This whole area here, it looks like somebody photoshopped in a picture of the field. Because, I mean, look where it stops. And it's like all dirt, which that's the way it is all the way down there. And now they've got it almost looking like there's grass. And that's not the case. Where do we see grass on any of the other pictures? It's just, no, you don't see it. No. Because I'm just looking through these other pictures here. It just doesn't, no, it doesn't match up. Okay, let's go back and look at the drone footage. That first picture I showed you. Go back and look at it. Do you see any grass? Do you see that same type of topography in that picture that you do in the KCRA? So the inlet's gone, the topography is different, the terrain is different. What are they covering up? What was going on over there on the right side? Remember that one picture we saw where the two people were in the water there? people, I tell you, there is some really, really weird stuff going on here. Just really, really strange stuff. I mean, to have that many agencies involved, to have 50 FBI agents involved, when normally, like I said, it's like pulling teeth a lot of times just trying to get two. Trying to get two agents, and they've got 50 lined up. And it almost seems like they were mobilized before they were actually called upon. As I said, there are some reasons to believe that Kiely went missing on the 1st or the 2nd at the latest, not on the 5th. Again, we don't have any evidence of Kiely being at that party. None. And you know, kids, they're always snapping pictures. You know, Snapchat and whatever thing can't remember what it's called now, but you know, and they're just for their own personal use. They're always taking pictures. Always, you would think one person would have a picture of Kiely. You know, because it's supposed to be a graduation thing. You'd be taking pictures of the kids that graduated. I mean, that's normal. There's nothing normal about this case, though. Nothing. So what is KCRA covering up? Because obviously their footage was altered. What was going on that they felt that they had to Photoshop something completely different in there? Well, I guess it wouldn't be Photoshopped. You wouldn't be able to use that with the video, but they would have ways of adding. There's other programs you can use to add other things in there in the same manner as Photoshop, but just with video. There's all kinds of programs that you can use to do that. Strange, isn't it? Strange. You may have your ideas. You got ideas? All I know is you don't change something, you don't alter something, you don't cover anything up unless there's something hinky going on, right? I mean, common sense. There's something hinky going on. We've known that the whole time. What was going on? We're going to keep digging. We're going to keep digging. Get your shovels.